When you bring Georgia to Miami, you get this $13,750,000 mansion that we are about to tour and take you inside. But first, we want to tell you the basic specs of the house. You're on just shy of an acre of land. You obviously can tell that this house is a Georgian transitional mansion. You have 7,100 square feet under AC and approximately 10,000 total square feet. You have beautiful, beautiful accents on the facade of the home, and you notice the symmetry, the windows, I mean everything, every single detail was thought out in this house. So we're excited to show you, and it was just built in 2023, so it's basically a new house. And you're in the best suburb of Miami, which is Pinecrest, Florida. So without further ado, let's get into it and show you the house. Now, first things first, we have to talk about the exterior front. You have two gates here on the entrance. You have a pedestrian gate down the middle, and right along the sides of the pedestrian gate, you have beautiful pine trees that are gonna get nice and tall, but the landscaping all around is so meticulously thought out. They brought a professional landscape architect to make sure that these grounds are grounds that you will see in some of the most beautiful hotels, basically. Now, this is a clay paver driveway, and it's huge. Again, you have the two entrances, and it wraps all the way around to the side over there where you have a 3-car garage. And also on this side of the property, you also have the generator and the AC equipment. Now, the generator is basically gonna service the entire house if the power ever goes out. And then on this side over here, you do have a beautiful path down those doors that take you straight to the backyard. So if you have a party and you have people over, they don't have to go into the house if you don't want them to. They can park their cars and walk down through those gates straight to that oasis of a backyard, which you're gonna see later in the video. But you notice this is seclusion, it's privacy. Being on nearly an acre of land, that's what Pinecrest is about. Now you'll notice you do have this beautiful courtyard-like entrance with the sconces there, the lighting that comes in. So at night, this house is very, very beautiful. But this is this courtyard entrance with another beautiful landscaping job done. So when you approach this home, you really feel the estately vibe, right? And you'll notice a lot of the symmetry and the brick on the facade brings that Georgia-inspired theme here to this estate, and you'll notice the brick here as well. And this actually is the garage, this side of it over here. But we approach this beautiful front porch with nice tiling here, the address number here, and we enter these doors into your estate. Now, this is your foyer here with high ceilings. You have the beautiful, unique pattern upon entry. This pattern is a mix of a square and diamond pattern, and it goes really, really well with the wood floors that we'll see in the rest of the home. But this is where you're gonna put your keys down when you arrive. You have a beautiful chandelier hanging above, and then you'll notice the open, basically, corridor to the upstairs, where the family room is upstairs, but we'll show you that later in the video. Before we go down the way, I just want to mention over here, you do have the first ensuite bedroom, first of 7 ensuite bedrooms. This has its own bathroom and walk-in closet. Let's continue down this way, where I want to mention that the second you walk into the house, you see this grand foyer with the high ceilings. But when you look even further past, you're looking through those beautiful telescopic doors to the view of your backyard and the pool. And it's all so symmetrical. It's perfect symmetry. And you notice the landscaping and everything. You'll see more details when we get back there. This leads to the living room over here. It's a nice space. You have the living room, you have speakers here. You notice the details of the wainscoting here, right? And what I love as well is that this flows to the office here, and you have double doors to the office. Now this office is pretty special. You have this built out desk. It's custom, and the wallpaper is a Gucci wallpaper. You got that right. It's Gucci wallpaper. Isn't that cool? And the most important thing about this is you're sitting here, you're working, you're getting your work done to pay the bills of the house, and then you just look to the right and you're looking at a beautiful scenic view of your backyard. I also want to point out that this cabinetry has recessed lighting. You'll notice that in a lot of the cabinetry throughout the home. This was a custom build, so the details are unlike you'll see in any new construction. This is really, really different compared to the new construction that you see in Pinecrest. Now that's my favorite angle of the house. Before we go that way, I do want to point out that right off of the living room over there, you do have your powder bath, which is a nice, bold powder bath. I think having a powder bath that has different color patterns than what you see is really nice. We come down this way and you have that formal dining room, right? So you have the living, formal dining in this one big space. Now what's really nice about this is you're enjoying your dining room where you can seat here, it seats 10 people, but you're looking at the view to the backyard. And all of these spaces, dining room, the living room, and the office, they go out to the huge covered terrace right off of the pool. I think that's very important. More important is this formal dining room has a bar right off of it, right? This bar is so nice. You'll notice you have the drinks displayed, right? You have the cabinetry, but even more importantly, you have the marble countertops, which are the same countertops that you'll see in Tiffany's. So that detail is very nice. And I love how they made it basically flush, almost completely flush with the moldings. I think those details go a long way. Now, instead of going this way, I want to flow it a little bit better. Off the dining room, of course, you have your kitchen, which is really special. This kitchen here, you have beautiful marble countertops, and they put the marble on the backsplash as well. You have a huge island. All right, we're gonna unravel this little by little. George is there, I kind of went in a circle, just because I wanted it to flow. You have your panel ready, freezer, refrigerator over there. You have your Gaggenau microwave and oven over here. And we can't forget, you do have a Sub-Zero wine fridge that fits 150 bottles, which means you are not whining. There we go, good job. So again, mention the island, you have a big island, you can see here they have basically 6 chairs. This right here is such an important space. I love an island that's big. You sit here, you're talking, you're part of the conversation. You have a sink here, but you have another sink over there. There's 2 sinks, very important. Over here, you have your range, which is a Bertazzoni range here. Beautiful, you're on gas. You have the pot filler here. Marble comes along on the backsplash. You have your hood, which is a really Mac Daddy hood. I don't even know if that's the right word to use for that, but when I say that, I just mean it's a really nice, serious hood that works really well for any kind of chef. Huh? Now, we mentioned there's 2 sinks. There's also 2 dishwashers here, right? I think it's important you have the sink in the island. You also have this sink here, which overlooks the side of the house, but that really is a garden view, beautiful landscaping. And you'll notice over here, you have a door that leads to this huge walk-in pantry, which goes all the way in here. Look at this. Huh? You didn't think it was that deep, did you? I know you didn't. And this here is a nice prep station. So if you did want to close the door, maybe get things ready over here without people seeing, you could do that if you so desired. And speaking of hidden things, George hates when I do this, but if you didn't want people to see you cooking, you close these right here, right? I'm gonna close them just for the effect. And now look, whoever's the chef, right? You're not hearing what's going on in the dining room. If you're dining, you sometimes may not want to be bothered by the kitchen or people to see the kitchen, right? So you have the ability to do that. Now, the kitchen is off of the family room. This is probably one of the most important features to me in any home in this price range, because in reality, this entire space is the space that's going to be used the most. So this is a very cozy, warm and inviting family room. It's a big space. It transitions very well and comfortably. You have this completely built in with beautiful recessed lighting, and I love the artwork that they have everywhere. I mean, they really staged this house very nice, warm, and cozy. And then you'll notice as well, you have the drapes, right? And this room here, the family room, goes to both covered terraces. You have the covered terrace that's off of the dining, living, and office, and then you also have a massive covered terrace over here, but we'll show you that later because that's where the summer kitchen is. So this is the space here. Let's continue the tour down this way where we go to the hallway. You notice the wainscoting in the hallway. And now we are in essentially like the service area. So you have 1 bedroom over here. It has its own closet and storage room. And then you have a bathroom. Every single room has its own bath. And then down this way is the laundry room. Nice big laundry room. You notice you have 2 washers, 2 dryers, the recessed lighting in the cabinetry, beautiful leathered countertops. I mean, they really went all out. And you notice the checkerboard tile on the floor, and then access to the outside, to the side. That's the side basically where the garage is. So this is like the service entrance. And here you have the 3-car garage, which they have completely built out. And they put 2 mini splits in there as well. So you can keep your things cool or your cars, your toys. Might as well, right? So this would be the service, basically the service side. And then this is kind of like a little mud area, a little mudroom area for you to put your coats and shoes down when you get home. And now we continue with the tour. Before we go outside, we're gonna show you the upstairs. You've seen the entire downstairs. I think the house flows so well. And now we get to work our way up. You have over here the staircase. You'll notice you have the step lighting, which is beautiful. And I love these railings. I think they're so elegant and they go really well with the theme and pattern of this house. So let's continue up. The staircase is right over there, but when you come upstairs, the first thing you are seeing is this family room. Having it in a house like this at this price point, I think it's so important to have a family room like this. I love how they did it. This is really, as you can tell, like the kids' room. Kids can hang out, they can play their games here. You have a really cool wallpaper, but more importantly, this space is really a nice space for all the family to get together and enjoy the views of the backyard and maybe some movies as well. Now this space, of course, right off of it, you have all of the bedrooms upstairs, which there are 5 ensuite bedrooms upstairs. On this side, you have 2. We'll go to this one over here. This would be the office. All right, this office is really nice. You have a built-out desk. This is considered one of the bedrooms because it does have a walk-in closet and a beautifully appointed bathroom and views of the backyard. Really nice views, actually. And then down this way, you have another bedroom on this side. This bedroom is huge. It's a big bedroom, really nice size, and you're overlooking the front of the house and have, of course, another beautifully appointed bathroom with white marble and a walk-in closet here as well. The fixtures that they chose in these bathrooms are so elegant. Now we continue down the hallway and we're leading towards the primary suite. But first we have a couple more things to unravel. Over here you have a hidden closet, which actually has a little mini refrigerator. So that way, if you didn't want to go downstairs and grab some drinks, you could do it here. But they wanted to keep it nice and like seamless here instead of showcasing it. Over here you have the 3rd bedroom upstairs, which did a beautiful build out for their kid, which is really nice. You're overlooking the front of the house over here. Very cool boys' room here. And you have the built-in closets and a beautifully appointed bathroom, once again with the white marble and elegant finishes. And we continue down this way where we have the 4th ensuite bedroom up here, which has really nice views of the front. It's a big room as well, and it has its own bathroom with the same beautiful finish. And this room actually does also have a landing area here as well. Just a nice extra space and complete built outs along the wall as well. And last but not least, we have the primary suite down this way. This is quite the primary suite. I think it's very, very special. But first, before we get into that, I actually do want to point out, because I just saw it now and I want to mention it before I forget, all of the switches, the light switches, they have basically described what you're turning on and off. And when you have it on, it'll be lit up. When it's off, the letters will be basically off. So that kind of lighting basically that is part of the Crestron system. This house is completely tech savvy. Now let's get back into where we are, which is the primary suite. Primary suite, we continue over here. You have your walk-in closet, which feels like a boutique, right? You have your makeup station here, of course, and a huge island with, you can't forget, the recessed lighting and the cabinetry and tons of space for a lot of shoes. Like, so it's a boutique. And then right across, you have this resort-like bathroom, which has the herringbone patterned tile here, double vanity, another makeup station if needed, tons of cabinetry and storage. You have a tub here with the backsplash being the herringbone tile as well. You have your private water closet here. And last but not least, you do have the shower with 2 shower heads, 2 handhelds so you can sing in the shower, and views of that backyard, which we are about to see. Come down this way, and you have your primary suite, which is a huge bedroom. Love the wainscoting accent and crown moldings here. You have speakers in this room as well. Nice big TV. You could even put a larger seating area if you wanted to here. And this is a king size bed, but the room is so big that the bed actually looks small. That's how big the room is. It's a big room. And then all this, of course, overlooking your beautiful backyard. So without further ado, let's take you downstairs and show you the beautiful outdoors in South Florida. Indoor-outdoor living could not be any easier than this. We are flowing straight from the living room here, and these beautiful telescopic doors really make it easy when you have them open. So people literally flow from the front door straight to the back with nothing in the way. Now, when you're out here in this big covered terrace, first I want to mention you have stained cedar tongue and groove ceilings with speakers built into the ceilings as well. And you have 2 separate seating areas here. And I love the furniture, very good taste. Mwah. But I love that the spaces are actually separated by a nice big walkway that's the perfect exact length of these telescopic doors. So you can have like a group of people walking out and they feel easy flow. Right now, these covered terraces are important. And you don't just have one right off of these spaces. You have another one, which we're gonna see now shortly. Now you also notice on those covered terraces, you do see brick under there. And that brick, I wanna mention on the exterior of the house, the brick actually has like a protectant on it that protects the brick from fading or damaging with water, right? Because we're in South Florida, it needs that. And I wanna mention as well, these columns bring that classical style to the home. It's a nice blend. That's what's really making it that Georgian transitional that we've been talking about. Now, more importantly of anything is you come out from that covered terrace and you're looking at all of this. This is what you're looking at. You see this right when you walk into the house. That's how special that is. You have your jacuzzi over here with the jets in there as well. You have a water feature, the beach lounging area there, and a huge pool, which is actually really, really big. It's kind of like a lap pool. And we have the loungers here, right? We have the loungers on this side, and we also have another area over here. If you remember in the beginning, I mentioned a path, and that path from the front of the house comes right over here. So when you're having a party, you just go straight to the back and enjoy. Now, we're gonna come back over here to the covered terrace, the second one. We saw this first one. This is the second one. And on our way there, I need to note that on this house, you actually have copper gutters, which you do not see here in South Florida. You usually see that in different places, but those copper gutters add such a beautiful and elegant detail. And all these gutters basically lead down to a really special draining system for the water to flow, and there's mesh to make sure that none of like the debris or anything goes through there. Now, this covered terrace here, this is off of the family room. It's an extension of the family room essentially, so it's like another space to entertain. And here you have a dining set and a summer kitchen. But first, come over here. This is special. Here you have the sauna, right? Look at this, look at this. Is it just hot in here or is it me? You have a bathroom over here. So you have this whole area is for the outdoors, right? People don't have to go into the house to use a bathroom. This is the cabana bath and this is the sauna after your workout that you can use, or maybe after a pool day or after whatever. This door over here is a huge storage room. And now we're back to this space where you have your dining area right off of this summer kitchen. This summer kitchen, you have beautiful marble countertops with the waterfall. You have a sink here, you have an ice maker, 2 refrigerators, a dishwasher, a huge barbecue here. Look how big that is, beautiful as well. You have the burner, the hood, and we can't forget that they do have a nice like beer tap here. That's important, right? Now all of this, you have these pockets, like kind of like windows, but they're open, looking out to the yard. You have a path over here that goes to the side where all the machinery is and the generator. And also down this way, which I'll show you, let's come back around over here. You have your huge backyard, which right now looks so beautiful. It's so peaceful back here. I hear the birds, it's Pinecrest. This right here is a lychee tree. And then you have beautiful bougainvilleas over there, giving a nice pop of color. And then look at just how everything is manicured so perfectly. And again, the symmetry with the palms, right? Beautiful symmetry. That's a mango tree over there. So although this is a Georgian style home, you don't have peaches over here, but you do have mangoes and lychees. I got my mangoes out in Florida. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I got my lychees out in Florida. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I got my house up in Pinecrest. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I bought it with Jonathan Vega. Well, that's the end of the tour, but I do want to mention first, actually, where George's place is a huge backyard, and there's landscape lighting throughout all of the landscaping that's back here. So at night, this is going to shine so beautifully. Nice yard for, let's say, a soccer field. Kids can play, you name it. And this house is just stunning from behind. What a beautiful house. Oh, look, we can't forget you have the outdoor shower. One last detail that we have to mention. Nothing compares to anything we've seen. This is not your typical Miami home, and I think that's why it makes it so special. Built in 2023, Georgian transitional mansion could be yours. 13.75 million. Thank you guys once again for watching the tour. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you in the next tour. Peace and love. Thank you so much for watching the tour. If you like what you see and you want to see more property tours, make sure you go watch this video right here, or you can watch this one right here. And you know what, while you're at it, why don't you subscribe so that way you see every single tour that we put out every week. And if you're looking to buy or sell a place in Miami, you know who to reach out to. Shoot me an email. We'll see you next week. Peace and love.